Nazis don't belong in America.
Bruh, am I the only one who thinks that if you are a black ICE agent, that Tourette's guy should be allowed to call you a nigga? White people do not respond to this.
What happens when airport security lines get so bad that immigration agents are called in to help? Yeah, so that's exactly what is happening right now, and people are not reacting quietly. From confusion to frustration to serious concerns, especially from Black Americans, among other travelers, this situation is sparking a bigger conversation than just airport delays. Let's break it down. Watch these clips and then I'll come back with more comments.
And Trump's answer to the lack of TSA workers is not to fix the original problem, but to add more fuel to the fire by adding ICE into airports. Come on, sip a little tea with Auntie. Let's talk about a backstory. If y'all don't know what's going on, there's currently a partial government shutdown. And due to the partial government shutdown, TSA workers are not receiving a paycheck. And because a lot of these people are not receiving paycheck, they have decided to call into work and go do them some type of side hustles or something to get them some sort of paycheck in to still be able to pay their bills and take care of their kids until the government shutdown is over. As y'all know, the Democrats and the Republicans are going tit for tat, this and that. The Democrats do not want to give extra funding to ICE. They need ICE to change the way they're operating currently, as well as just switch up some stuff, and they don't need no more money because they got a lot of money during the big beautiful bill. And the Democrats are saying enough is enough, where the Republicans are like, oh no, give them some more money, they still got some more cleaning up to do, so let them go. So that's basically what the issue is between the Democrats and the Republicans, and the reason why the government is still partially shut down in that area. And due to it being shut down, TSA workers are not showing up to work. So Donald Trump said, let's put ICE in the airports. Putting ICE in the airports, allowing these people to ask for identification before they even make it to TSA, I smell a whole lot of problems ahead. A lot of people don't like ICE currently. And to have them around so many people coming in and out of these airports, y'all, it's going to be a bad situation. I don't care what nobody say. It's not going to be good for none of these airports that ICE are placed in. Very sad situation. Instead of you causing more problems, Donna, you should try to get to the root of the first problem and fix that before you go adding in ICE to add in more problems. Thank y'all for sipping a little more tea when I ain't tea by y'all.
My true reaction is stop the bull, run the country, and make everybody a part of it.
Hey guys, I'm reporting here at LaGuardia Airport in New York. Right outside the airport, I see this U.S. Customs and Border Protection car. I don't know exactly why it's here, but President Trump has said that he's hoping to deploy ICE agents to help with some of the chaos happening at TSA lines across the country. Take a listen to what some passengers here at LaGuardia had to say about that.
It sounds like a very bad idea. I'm just not really sure what ICE agents are trained to do, and certainly it's not TSA.
It's pretty unfortunate. If anything, it's going to make things worse, in my opinion. I think it's going to make things more stressful and hectic for people. And if anything, I just feel like it's just going to be like really uncomfortable for people to be here around.
It seems unnecessary, unrelated. Also, kind of seems like he's trying to push an agenda and through, a place where people are just trying to get from point A to point B.
I disagree with that. We have TSA. They shouldn't have to come in and do that. I don't agree with ICE at all anyways. They always seem like they're on like just a power trip and they just want to have control over things.
My reaction is enough is enough. ICE was not paid to come to the airports. Whatever they were paid to do, which I really don't know, let them do that, but they don't need to be here.
Okay, so the story of the morning is that ICE arrived at the airports. Obviously, people are going to have a field day watching them like a hawk, looking for news stories and ways to say, see, they shouldn't be there in the first place. Yeah, they shouldn't. You want to know why? Because, number one, if our borders were never open for 20 million illegal individuals to come into the country, we would not be having this conversation. That's the root of the problem. Secondly, after that happened, if the Democratic Party leaders had not decided to nearly bankrupt the entire country, providing free housing, free healthcare, free food, free benefits, free cell phones, free clothing for all of those individuals, we would not be in a predicament where Americans started to feel like, hey, we're not doing so great. Why are we watching all these people get free things and put up into hotels when our kids can't even read? They don't even have books. We have homeless people everywhere. Okay, that would have never happened. And then after that happened, if the Democrats if they would have continued to cooperate with ICE like they've been doing for decades, where they actually, ICE just cooperates with local law enforcement, and then they can just deport people and get them to their judge, in front of the judge, and either stay and get their bail or get their deportation orders, where there's a system where they work with ICE. We wouldn't have a situation where ICE now has to walk around residential neighborhoods to try to apprehend illegal migrants, okay? And then on top of that, we also wouldn't be dealing with that if the Democrats then, after they stop local police from cooperating with ICE, where now ICE has to go into the neighborhood, they get on the news and tell their constituents, those people are like the Gestapo. Okay, they're the equivalent of that. Look at them. Go out there and protect your neighbors. Shouldn't you be out there risking your lives to help your neighbors? Get out there and protest. Get out there and do this or that. Go ahead and obstruct. Okay, so now people rally to do that, and then it's chaos, and then it's like, well, Donald Trump is the problem. Okay, and then now, no, if you do not, we're not going to agree to clean up the voter rolls. We're not going to pass the SAVE Act because we don't like the idea that you're trying to ensure that only U.S. citizens vote in our elections, or that illegals are not counted in our census to impact apportionment. Okay, no, we don't want to do that either. As a matter of fact, we're going to not fund DHS, where TSA is impacted. They're not getting paid. Our citizens and people are standing in line for 6 hours to board a flight, because you are going to meet our demands and not enforce the border laws. If you try to enforce the border laws near churches, homes, streets, hospitals, schools, essentially anywhere, okay? If you try to actually enforce the law and do what you do with American criminals, and it's just like actually go and arrest them. There's an American who commits a crime or has to be apprehended and see a judge. There is no safe zone for them. You have your day in court. Okay, that's not what we're seeing. And then now they want Donald Trump to just say, sure, I will just stop border enforcement. Okay, you see how we wouldn't be here?
So due to major staffing shortages, airport security lines across the US have gotten out of control. So we are talking hours, long waits, missed flights, total chaos. So in response, ICE agents were deployed to assist at some airports. Now, it is important to clarify, they are not repressing TSA officers entirely. They are mostly helping with basic tasks like checking IDs and managing lines. But even with that clarification, the reaction has been intense. So, and this is where things really start to get interesting. A lot of people online are asking some simple question. Why not just fix the root problem? Instead of bringing eyes, why not resolve the staffing issue directly? That question has been especially strong in conversations among Black Americans, where there is already a deeper level of concern around policing and federal enforcement in everyday spaces. Some reactions highlight discomfort seeing immigration agents in airports, so places that are already high-stress environment. Others are questioning whether ICE agents are actually trained for this kind of role, even if it's limited. And then there is another layer, trust. Recent controversies involving enforcement agencies have made some communities more cautious about expanded presence in public areas.
Donald Trump says he's over it. He's sending ICE agents to the airport if the Department of Homeland Security bill don't pass. So in a tweet, he stated, if the radical left Democrats don't immediately sign an agreement to let our country, in particular our airports, be free and safe again, I will move our brilliant and patriotic ICE agents to the airports, where they will do security like no one ever seen before, including the immediate arrest of all illegal immigrants who have come into our country, with a heavy emphasis on those from Somalia who have totally destroyed, with the approval of a corrupt governor, attorney general, and Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, the once great state of Minnesota. I look forward to seeing ICE in action at our airports, Trump wrote on True Social on Saturday. And he also, this is one of his latest tweets, I look forward to moving ICE in on Monday and have already told them, get ready, no more waiting, no more games. That's what Trump wrote. Now it's like they set this man up to delete two birds with one stone. ICE agents are up there to ensure public safety and deport undocumented immigrants. It's a win-win no matter where he turns, and they're throwing him alley-oops.
Nazis don't belong in America.
So at the same time, not everyone sees it negatively. Some travelers are just focused on one thing. Can someone please make these lines move faster? For them, any help is better than no help, especially when flights, jobs, and schedules are on the line. So you've got two different perspectives colliding in the same space. But here is the key issue. Early reports suggest that the move hasn't significantly reduced wait times. So now people are asking is if it's not solving the problem, then what is it actually doing? Is it temporary fix, a symbolic move, or just a sign of a much bigger system under pressure? So, and this is where I want to hear from you guys. Do you think this is a smart move or even solution, or the wrong approach entirely? At the end of the day, the situation isn't just about airport lines. It's about trust, priorities, and how far government agencies should go in stepping into everyday public spaces. And clearly, people have a lot to say about that. So if you found this breakdown helpful, make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned because this story is still developing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.